Up, everybody? It's Conservative Nerd here. How you guys doing? I'm still talking about, I'm kind of amazed at all these people sticking up with James Gunn. All the social justice warriors got his back because they don't really care for kids. I mean, look at their policies. All their stupid borders does is protect child traffickers. They're fighting the border because, God forbid, you could, arrest child traffickers, God forbid. But, yeah, this whole sticking up with James Gunn thing is stupid. So I'm going to look at this as a comedy basis. He says these are all jokes. That's what everybody's saying. Excuse me. But he's saying they're all jokes. Everybody's saying they're all jokes. So let's see if these are all jokes. Okay. I'm going to use Owen Benjamin's joke that he got banned from Twitter for. He said, in his joke, this is a joke he got banned for. If a white woman was raped in LA, in Hollywood, and ran to the police station and said an N-word, I'm not going to use the word, raped me, she'd get arrested, not the rapist. Okay, if we look at what the basis of that joke is, the basis of that joke is how the hypocrisy of Hollywood. The basis of that joke is Hollywood's hypocritical. But they didn't see that. They just saw that he used the N-word and went crazy on him. But the basis of the joke wasn't a joke just so he could say the N-word. Now, if we look at James Gunn's jokes, the basis of his jokes are that he's a freaking pedophile. That's the basis of his jokes. 90% of his jokes are just, hey, I'm a pedophile. NAMBLA meetings, and one of the jokes was, I don't even know how it's a joke, is like, I was at a NAMBLA meeting a few years ago when I met my BFF there, and we're still BFFs to this day. How's that a joke? Like, it's just saying you're a pedophile. There's no joke there. I mean, if we looked at it, here's something, you learn in comedy when you're doing stand-up, is that if I'm going to say a joke that's going to get me looked at weird or booed or, something like pedophile-ish or murder-ish or rape-ish, you make the joke about somebody else. You don't make the joke about yourself. A great example of this is, okay, we were doing this show, and there used to be this creepy comic. He was really creepy, but he'd always end up doing shows with us. And he was, like, super creepy. And he was just glasses, and he grew his, like, wet hair, and he just kind of a creepy, little short, little fat dude. And one day, he's telling me this story. He just wanted, we were at a show, and he just runs up, hey, how you doing, guys? That's how he used to talk. He's just really creepy. Hey, how you doing, guys? And he proceeds to tell me the story about how he was doing the show, and some lady and her 12-year-old son were sitting in the front row, and when he got on stage, he was like, get your kid out of here. And she was just like, oh, he's heard this stuff before. And he was like, no, your kid shouldn't be here. And she was arguing with him like, oh, he's heard all this before, he's fine. And this guy just goes, no, he needs to leave because I get raw, dog. And she was like, he's fine. And then he was like, well, okay. And I said, yeah, no, lady, you gotta be at least 500 feet and the cops will be here. And I think it's because he's a fucking creep. And I did that joke on stage, and it killed. Because I'm not the pedophile. I made him the pedophile. And that's how you do it, You don't go up there and say, oh, I'm a pedophile, and then people laugh. No, because people would just be like, oh, gross. No, you don't base the joke on yourself if you're going to do shit like that. And then it tells me when you see, like, people like Patton Oswalt with tweets like, oh, I'm a pedophile. And Michael Ian Black and Sarah Silverman, all these fucking nuts. They understand comedy. They just don't care. They're at a point now where they just don't care, and they definitely don't care about children. They hate children, and it's disturbing, man. It's all a normalization of pedophilia. They can say it's jokes all they want, but this isn't jokes. This is the normalization of pedophilia. And they've been working on this for a few years now, and they're going to keep working on it. And that's all this is a normalization of pedophilia, and it's sick, and it needs to stop. No one talks like this. People don't, these aren't jokes. These are sick people doing sick shit. They run comedy. You know, that's why they can get away with this shit. People like Michael Ian Black, who's not fucking funny, or Patton Oswalt, or Sarah Silverman. They just run comedy. So they're the Tim Doyles of stand-up. They're the fucking Daryl Aos. They're the ones that run comedy. And that's why Owen Benjamin's not one of the boys and not getting specials or anything. And scumbags like them are. Because it's all about politics, and they don't care if you're a pedophile or not, because they are sick, twisted people. That's the end of it, you know. But they can hide behind jokes. But as someone who's written jokes and understands jokes and knows jokes, those aren't jokes. Those aren't jokes. When you say you're a pedophile, that's not a joke. That's just being a sick fuck. So don't fall for it. Don't buy it. There's a lot of people saying, oh, fighting for James Gunn and all this shit. No, he's a pedophile. You don't talk like that if you're not a pedophile. Those aren't jokes. Half those aren't even, at least a quarter of those are just weird pedophile references. They're not even jokes. Same with Pattons and Michael Ian Black and Sarah Silverman. They're just sick, fucking twisted people trying to normalize pedophilia because that's what the left wants to do. That's what Hollywood wants to do. And we can't let it happen because that's, you know, if anything in this world, you protect the children. You protect children because, like, all you're creating is a bunch of sick, twisted people if you let that happen. You know, you don't let kids have a normal life. So, yeah, these people are sick. This video is very dark. But, yeah, I just wanted to say that, this whole thing of it's a joke. No, it's not a joke. This isn't a joke, okay? If they were telling some silly joke and it had, something silly, yeah, maybe, I'd say, oh, it's a joke. But these aren't jokes. These aren't jokes. These are cries for help. These are calls for the FBI to kick these people's doors open and start investigating their computer. Because I'll tell you what, man, these are the gatekeepers of comedy. And the reason why they need gatekeepers is because they don't want anybody coming in that might report their pedophilia. I mean, that's mainly it. Yeah, these are the sick scum that run stand-up and have made it a mess and not funny and terrible and social justice and all their other shit. So, yeah, I definitely think that there definitely needs to be some pedophilia laws, man, on Twitter and Facebook and shit. I mean, God, if you just said the N-word on there, you're going to be kicked off immediately, probably lose your job. But yet you can go on there and talk about NAMBLA and banging kids and nobody gives a shit. Like, okay. Like, let's look at the Roseanne joke. Okay, Roseanne made a joke about a slumlord. Yeah, and I said it was racist. She probably should have lost her job because you can't, I'm not sticking up for Roseanne. I think she should have been fired too. But what's the basis of Roseanne's joke? Is that a slumlord looked like a monkey. Yeah, it's kind of racist, but it's a slumlord. It's an adult, and it's a slumlord. It's not somebody we should feel bad for. It's not somebody we should cry for. James Gunn was talking about raping kids, like poor innocent children that didn't hurt anybody. Or his story on the Max Keeble where the monkey whacked off on a kid to completion on a kid, and he thinks it's so funny and cool. Like, that kid was probably horrified and traumatized. These people are sick, man. They got problems, dude. Why do you think all these child actors are drugged out and insane? It's because they're constantly being molested. Like, if you let your kid in Hollywood now as an actor, you're a sick person, man. But yeah, no, that's all I really got to say today. I just want to talk about it because I'm kind of shocked that so many people think that James Gunn's a hero. Like, what? No, he's not a hero. He's a dirtbag who should be fired. And hopefully Patton and Sarah Silverman and Michael Ian Black and all these people will just like they'll say something and come out. Maybe the FBI can look into them, because this is a nightmare. Pedophilia is a nightmare that should not happen to any child. And I feel strongly on that, so fuck them. Fuck them, you know. If they think their right to make jokes is okay to hurt children, you know, screw that, dude. And 90% of why they want the borders open in Hollywood is because of that. They don't want sex trafficking caught. I mean, where do you think they get their kids from? These are sick, pedophilic people. Hollywood is a nightmare. If anything, dude, we need to just shut that hellhole down. Like, all those companies could go out of business tomorrow and I'd be fucking happy. Something new would take its place, you know? Something new and something better. And that's what we need right now, because Hollywood is sick. It needs to be wiped out. But anyways, thanks for watching, guys. As always, you guys have a great day, and enjoy the comics.